Question 1. A company runs EC2 instances inside a private subnet. They need these instances to access the internet for software updates. Which solution should they implement? Options: A. Attach a public IP to the instances. B. Deploy a NAT gateway in the public subnet. C. Use Elastic Load Balancer, ELB, for outbound traffic. D. Use AWS Direct Connect. Correct answer: B. Deploy a NAT gateway in the public subnet. Explanation: NAT gateway enables private subnet instances to access the internet securely without exposing them. Why not other options? Option A. Assigning public IPs violates security best practices. Option C. ELB is for inbound traffic, not outbound access. Option D. Direct Connect is for on-premises connections, not public internet access. Question 2. A global e-commerce company needs to run a highly available, multi-region database that can support low-latency reads across different continents while ensuring automatic failover in case of a disaster. Which solution is the best? Options: A. Use Amazon RDS with multi-AZ and deploy read replicas in multiple AWS regions. B. Use Amazon Aurora Global Database with read replicas across multiple regions. C. Use Amazon DynamoDB with global tables to replicate data. D. Use Amazon S3 with cross-region replication to store database files. Correct answer: B. Use Amazon Aurora Global Database with read replicas across multiple regions. Explanation: Amazon Aurora Global Database is optimized for multi-region replication with a latency of less than 1 second and automatic failover in case of failure. Provides high availability and performance for global applications. Why not other options? Option A. RDS Multi-AZ provides failover but does not support cross-region replication automatically. Read replicas can be used, but failover is not automated across regions. Option C. DynamoDB global tables are great for NoSQL use cases, but this is not suitable for relational workloads. Option D. S3CRR replicates objects, not relational database transactions, and does not support failover. Question 3. A news website experiences sudden, unpredictable spikes in traffic. The company wants an elastic and cost-effective solution to handle surges while keeping costs low during normal traffic periods. Which solution is best? Options: A. Deploy multiple EC2 instances in an auto-scaling group behind an application load balancer. B. Use Amazon Lambda with an API gateway to serve the website. C. Deploy a single powerful EC2 instance and scale it vertically. D. Use AWS Direct Connect to increase network bandwidth. Correct answer: A. Deploy multiple EC2 instances in an auto-scaling group behind an application load balancer. Explanation: auto-scaling dynamically adds or removes EC2 instances based on traffic. Application load balancer, ALB, distributes traffic across instances. Ensures high availability and cost efficiency. Why not other options? Option B. AWS Lambda is ideal for serverless workloads, but not for full websites that require persistent connections. Option C. Scaling vertically, adding CPU/RAM, limits elasticity, and creates a single point of failure. Option D. Direct Connect is for private on-premises connectivity, not for handling traffic spikes. Question 4. A financial institution needs a highly secure and low-latency connection between its on-premises data center and AWS. Which solution should they use? Options: A. Use AWS Site-to-Site VPN. B. Use AWS Direct Connect with a private virtual interface. C. Use VPC peering between on-premises and AWS. D. Use an EC2 instance as a VPN server. Correct answer: B. Use AWS Direct Connect with a private virtual interface. Explanation: AWS Direct Connect provides a dedicated, private, and low-latency connection to AWS, ideal for secure financial transactions. A private virtual interface ensures that data does not traverse the public internet. Why not other options? Option A, site-to-site VPN is cheaper but relies on the public internet, causing higher latency and security risks. Option C, VPC peering is only for AWS VPCs, not for on-premises connectivity. Option D, running a VPN on EC2 is not scalable or secure for an enterprise financial use case. Question 5. A large SaaS company runs a mission-critical web application. They need a disaster recovery strategy that ensures minimal downtime, RTO less than 15 minutes, and near-zero data loss, RPO 1 minute. Which approach should they implement? Options: A. Use Amazon S3 cross-region replication for storing backups. B. Deploy an active-active multi-region architecture using Route 53 latency-based routing. C. Use EC2 auto-scaling with an ELB in a single AWS region. D. Take EBS snapshots every 24 hours and restore during failure. Correct answer: B. Deploy an active-active multi-region architecture using Route 53 latency-based routing. Explanation: active-active architecture ensures traffic is always routed to a working region. Route 53 latency-based routing directs users to the nearest available region. Ensures RTO less than 15 minutes and RPO 1 minute with database replication. Why not other options? Option A, S3CRR is good for backups, but not real-time failover. Option C, a single AWS region creates a single point of failure. Option D, EBS snapshots require manual restoration, increasing downtime. Question 6. A video streaming company needs an automated, cost-effective, serverless solution to process thousands of videos daily. Which architecture is the best choice? Options: A. Use an auto-scaling group of EC2 instances with an ELB. B. Use AWS Lambda triggered by an S3 event to process videos and store results in S3. C. Deploy a large EC2 instance with a cron job to process video files. D. Use an Amazon RDS database to store and process video files. Correct answer: B. Use AWS Lambda triggered by an S3 event to process videos and store results in S3. Explanation: AWS Lambda is serverless and scales automatically. S3 event triggers Lambda, reducing costs. Fully managed, pay-per-use pricing. Why not other options? Option A, auto-scaling EC2 instances increase operational complexity and costs. Option C, a single EC2 instance does not scale and becomes a bottleneck. Option D, RDS is a relational database, not suitable for processing video files. Question 7. A company has multiple developers working on AWS Lambda functions that need to access Amazon DynamoDB. The security team prohibits storing IAM access keys in the application code. Which is the best way to provide secure access to DynamoDB? Options: A. Attach an IAM role with the required permissions to the Lambda function. B. Store IAM access keys in AWS Systems Manager parameter store and retrieve them when needed. C. Create an IAM user and share access keys among developers. D. Use AWS Secrets Manager to store and rotate IAM access keys. Correct answer: A. Attach an IAM role with the required permissions to the Lambda function. Explanation: IAM roles provide temporary security credentials that Lambda can assume, eliminating the need for storing IAM keys. AWS automatically rotates credentials for IAM roles, reducing security risks. Why not other options? Option B, storing IAM keys in Systems Manager still requires storing secrets manually, violating security best practices. Option C, sharing IAM user access keys increases security risk and goes against least privilege principles. Option D, AWS Secrets Manager is used for database credentials or API keys, not IAM keys. Question 8. A banking application requires a disaster recovery (DR) plan for its Amazon RDS database with the lowest possible recovery point objective (RPO) and recovery time objective (RTO). Which is the best approach? Options: A. Configure RDS multi-AZ with automatic failover. B. Enable RDS read replicas in a different AWS region. C. Take RDS snapshots every 6 hours and restore when needed. D. Use AWS backup to schedule backups daily. Correct answer, A. Configure RDS multi-AZ with automatic failover. Explanation: Multi-AZ RDS provides automatic failover with near-zero data loss, RPO 0, and quick recovery, RTO 1 minute. Data is continuously replicated to a standby instance in a different availability zone. Why not other options? Option B: read replicas do not automatically failover. You must promote them manually. Option C: RDS snapshots require manual restoration, leading to high RTO. Option D: AWS backup is useful for long-term backups, but not for real-time doctor. Question 9. A machine learning team needs high-throughput, low-latency storage to process petabytes of training data. The data needs to be shared across hundreds of EC2 instances. Which AWS service should they use? Options: A. Use Amazon S3 with S3 standard storage class. B. Use Amazon EBS with an IO2 block express volume. C. Use Amazon FSx for Lustre. D. Use Amazon RDS to store training data. Correct answer: C. Use Amazon FSx for Lustre. Explanation: FSx for Lustre is designed for high-performance computing and ML workloads. Supports fast parallel file access with low latency, high-throughput performance. Integrates directly with S3 for seamless processing. Why not other options? Option A: S3 is not suitable for low-latency, high-throughput workloads. Option B: EBS is not a shared storage solution and cannot be accessed by multiple EC2 instances. Option D: RDS is for structured relational databases, not unstructured ML training data. Question 10. A SaaS startup is hosting an application for multiple customers. They need cost efficiency while ensuring data isolation for each customer. Which architecture should they use? Options: A. Deploy one EC2 instance per customer in separate AWS accounts. B. Use Amazon ECS with Fargate and separate DynamoDB tables per tenant. C. Use a single large RDS database with customer IDs for data partitioning. D. Deploy an Amazon Redshift cluster for storing customer data. Correct answer: B. Use Amazon ECS with Fargate and separate DynamoDB tables per tenant. Explanation: Fargate eliminates the need for managing EC2 instances, reducing costs. DynamoDB provides tenant isolation while scaling automatically. Why not other options? Option A: deploying one EC2 per customer is too expensive and hard to manage. Option C: a single large RDS instance can create performance bottlenecks. Option D: Redshift is for analytics, not transactional SaaS workloads.